What we're going to be doing today is looking at total participation techniques. From this, everything is from this book by Priscilla and William Hemley. They're teaching techniques, and the goal is to get all of the students to be actively participating and demonstrate that they understand, that they know what's going on. The biggest reason for dropouts in schools is because the kids are not motivated, because they get bored. And one of the reasons to have TPTs is to keep the kids engaged and active and keep their minds and their bodies moving to keep them motivated and in school. Besides, it increases their cognitive abilities. They learn better. They'll build their vocabularies better, their comprehension goes deeper. Everything just gets richer when the kids are real actively involved. The goal today is to look at some of these TPTs and just figure out, so what do we do? How can I put this in my classroom? How's it gonna help me? There's lots of examples that we're gonna go through, and I looked at the list, and we were ranging from elementary to high school. So I tried to put different content things, examples in, and examples also from what we're doing here. We'll talk periodically about, so how can I do that in my 4th grade class or in my 6th grade class or whatever happens to be. One of the things that we want to remember when you use TPTs is that it's not like tossing a beach ball where you volley it back and forth. When you throw out a question to the kids and John answers, and then you throw out another question to Susie, and then you throw out another question to Joe, and back and forth, one child at a time answers, and usually we pick the kid that's dying to give us the answer. We know he knows it, he knows it. And the rest of the kids sit there and let him answer because he only likes to. What we want to consider when we do instruction with kids to keep them involved and keep them moving and active is to think of it more as tossing a stone into water or a pebble into the water and get that ripple effect so that it starts, and you know how the ripple goes, and it starts and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. We're going to start by giving prompts or questions to individual students, not one at a time, but everybody gets to answer. And then we'll pair the kids up and they'll share their answer, and then it'll come out and be shared with the whole group so that everybody gets to take advantage. TPTs are real good too for you to use as formative assessment. You can see what the kids know, what they don't know, where you need to spend some time, who's got it, who doesn't, who's a little shaky. So they'll come in real handy. A quick write is the next one that we're going to look at. You probably know quick writes. What you want to do is you're going to pick a prompt that you want the kids to answer. You're going to give them a specified amount of time to write about it, and then you're going to follow it up with something else. So it's not just a quick write all by itself. Maybe a pair share, a networking session, a chalkboard splash, something like that. Each one of the things that we go through today, too, we break it up into how it works and then how to get the higher level thinking, how to push it to the next level. Let's look, we're doing a science lesson on electrical circuits, and we get all done and we're going to tell the kids, okay, now take out your card, take out one of your cards, and I want you for 3 minutes to write, or a piece of notebook paper, whatever, write for the reason that the electricity flowed or didn't flow during the demonstration lesson that we had. Or if we're doing social studies, we could say, we're looking at the Industrial Revolution, and we would say, so for 3 minutes I want you to write and tell me the impact that the Industrial Revolution had on the balance of world power in history. Or in the language arts, how did the author surprise you while you were reading this story? What did you come up with? How were you shocked by what he said? Did you expect all? What moment in the story was the real turning point, and why? When did it change? How did it affect how the story ended? How did the author use language to convey mood in this story? How did that affect the mood? Whatever it is, you know, and then you can collect those, you can see what the kids are thinking, how, if they're with you, if they've gotten the point, the concept of the day. Quick draw. We're going to draw a concept. You have to stress, especially with the elementary kids. Mm-hmm. This is not an art contest. I don't care. We're going to draw stick figures. We're going to draw, you know, your lion can look like a bear, can look like a dog. Just, we get it, you know. This is not all about the art. You want to do pencils. It's not marker time and crayon time and all that jazz. It's not, and you can even call it quick sketch if you wanted to, a quick draw. Because that's not the point, is not to take all the time with the drawing. The point is the concept. And you're going to have the kids draw something that's tough. It's not like we're going to draw a dog, you know, or draw the main character in the story, or draw your favorite food to eat or something. We're going to think conceptually. We're going to have them draw things that we've been talking about, that we've been grappling with. Democracy. How would you draw democracy? We're talking about the New Deal, you know, some depiction of the New Deal. We're talking about the Constitution. So now I want you to take the first 3 amendments maybe and draw a symbol for each one of those. Okay, something that's deep, something that kids are going to have to think about and really good. Let me tell you, this is really good for those kids, the ELL kids, the kids that really need to get those concepts formed in their mind first, before they even start to talk about them. The other thing is, the more you do this sort of stuff, the better the kids will feel about sharing and doing and exposing themselves and feeling vulnerable in these kinds of situations. The more comfortable and the more they can and say, you know what, as I listen to you, I can change it by doing this, or this would make it better if I did this or that, or whatever. So, to ensure higher order thinking, you want to pick concepts. You don't just want to do the quick little things that we might typically do, draw what you think is going to happen next or something like that. It's not just the predictive kind of time.